Hey guys, it's Trisha. Welcome back to my channel. So guess what today is? Today is bulk filming day. So you're going to see a lot of this makeup and a lot of this same shirt over the next couple of uploads because I finished reading 2 books at once and it's the end of the year, so I just figured I'd film everything today. I guess I'm going to do that. So, I have my tea, and it probably will not stay hot through the entire thing, but I have it in this super cute, let me see if I can show you guys without spilling everywhere. Look at this little Edgar Allan Poe mug. My sister got this for me for Christmas. It's super cute. It's got a bunch of little snippets from his poetry and short stories, and I love it. It's super cute. So forgive me if I sound like a little gross. I was sick for over Christmas and I basically lost my voice. It was really hard for me to talk. And so I still have like a little residual like congestion grossness sound going on. So forgive that. So today I am going to be bringing you my December wrap up. For December, I ended up I read 5 audiobooks and I did 3 physical books. I didn't give myself a very big TBR. I am really happy with what I accomplished, especially since I felt really good about the 3 physical books that I did read and the audiobooks that I completed. So we will get right on into those. I'm going to do my audiobooks first, what I completed for my audiobooks. So since I'm new to BookTube and new to the bookish community online, I decided to follow along with Harry Christmas to You. I wanted to try to do the books about the same time that everybody else was. So I was able to complete Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, oh god, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Okay, I'm gonna put these down because I can't hold them. So I was able to finish the first 5 of the Harry Potter audiobook series. I do the audiobooks as narrated by Stephen Fry. Don't get me wrong, I love Jim Dale, but I feel like there's such a big difference in the feeling that I get from the audiobooks, depending on who's narrating them. And I feel like Jim Dale has more of a Dumbledore-esque feel to him, to how he narrates it, which is great, and I really like that. But a lot of the time I really prefer the Stephen Fry version. And Stephen Fry has a way of bringing out the snarkiness that Harry as a narrator has. And so, well, not that he's the narrator, but his perspective, you know what I mean. I feel like there's a lot of humor in the way that Stephen Fry narrates the audiobooks. So I listened to the first 5. I tried to participate in one of the trivia days on Twitter, and that was incredibly stressful, you guys. Like, sitting there and hitting refresh on Twitter is so stressful to then try to type in your answer as quick as possible. So I don't think I'll be able to do that next year, but I will probably read along next year. Besides finishing the first 5, I did start in on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, but it's not something that I'm going to finish before the end of the year. And I don't think I'm going to continue it into January because I do have other audiobooks that I want to listen to that I did put off in order to do the Harry Christmas to You. So I had a lot of fun with that. I'm really excited that I got to re-listen to almost the entire series. For the physical books that I read during the month, I started off with The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. This one was the Owl Crate book of the month for November, and then Gabby and Hannah decided to pick it as the December pick for their book club, the Muggle Studies Book Club. I will link the Goodreads group for that book club down below. And so this one is about Will, short for Wilhelmina, who is born as a spare heir to the throne. And she is used as a spy for, or used for spy-like things for her father. And through a series of events, she ends up discovering this power that has lain dormant in her for her entire life, where now if she touches anything living, it turns into gemstones. So emeralds, diamonds, rubies, things like that. And so she goes on a quest to find a way to discover how this power happened and then potentially a way to get rid of it. And on her adventures, she encounters a young man by the name of Loom, who, when he finds out what her power is, he wants to use it for his own purposes. I have an entire review up on this, so I will link that as well. I ended up giving this 3.75 out of 5 stars. The next book that I finished up in December was The Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. This is book 2 in the Diviners series. This book does pick up not too long after book 1 finishes. A sleeping sickness has started to spread and cause panic throughout New York City. So we get to follow the same cast of characters, and then we get to follow a couple of new characters as well. What I really loved about this one is that it did a great job of interweaving the series plotline that takes place over the course of the entire series and the book plotline. I think it was much stronger in that aspect than book 1 was, The Diviners. The thing that it suffered from just a tiny bit was that the plot line for this book that is only present in this book was a little bit weaker, a tad bit predictable, but the interweaving of the two plot lines and the amazing character development that we get in this book, I think really makes up for the plot line not being as solid in this one. I ended up giving this one a 4.75 out of 5 stars, and I will have a full review up in January, sometime at the beginning of January. And lastly, for the last book that I ended up reading during the month of December was Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy. This is a YA short story collection that was done in conjunction with some popular authors in the YA genre and booktubers. So this was something that I had seen on the bookshelf at the bookstore that I work at before I started booktube, and I really liked the cover because this is so pretty. I had never read any short story collections before, so I decided to pick this one up. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked this. I really like villain characters, or characters that are typically viewed as the bad guys. So I really connected with this as something that was of interest to me. I did end up giving a individual star rating to each story in here, and the average for that came out to a 3.8 out of 5 stars. So that's what I ended up giving this book, was a 3.8, and I will have a full review up for this sometime early January as well, so be on the lookout for that. All right, you guys, so that is it for what I read during the month of December. I was very pleased with the quality of the 3 physical books that I ended up rereading, and then I had fun with rereading Harry Potter, as always. So let me know in the comments down below, did you read any of the books that I read this month, or have you read them in the past? And what did you think about them? Specifically, The Glass Spare, I would love to have a discussion on that. You can pop on over to my review on that. I would love to chat about it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!